Okay, I'm here today to talk to you about some good common sense. Good common sense. And I don't care what society is about. I don't care what society has done, what they're going to do. You have a mind of your own. You have a mind to use as you please. You have the opportunities to get everything pumped into this mind that you may have. Now, sure, if you was a child and you had a crazy mama or crazy daddy, drunken mama, drunken daddy, addict mama, addict daddy, household of hell and confusion, I can see where that would cause you some very serious problems. And I can see where it could stymie your ability to cope and to learn. But now I'm telling you, when you get to be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, sure, you missed a lot of what you should have gotten if you're in one of those bad families. But then there's an opportunity out here for you to get hooked up with a person of good logic, good common sense, good loving, good caring, and good responsibility. And there's always people out here that's willing to help you to do better as a person. Now, let me add a chapter to this thing. Guns. 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 I know how it is about guns. When I was 9, 10, 11 years old, I was promised by my grandparents that when I reached 12, that I would be able to be given a .22 pump rifle. And that was a cute little joker. And I couldn't wait to get to be 12 years old to get my hands on that rifle. I remember killing my first rabbit with that rifle. It was to be. Because on my first hunt, a rabbit jumped right out in front of me and just stood there. And I got a chance to kill that rabbit. I got big praise when I went home from my grandmother. She praised me to the max for being good on the hunt. My first hunt, I got a rabbit. And then I went around shooting birds. It was really interesting to take something out with that rifle. But now, you know, I grew into a man, and my last hunt was with the 30-06 rifle, brand new gear, and the whole bit. And I got lost from the other crew on the hunt, snow knee-deep in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or out from Milwaukee, where we were hunting at the hunting camp. And I sat there, and I had a moment of reckoning with myself. Why are you lost in these woods in Wisconsin? Well, I had to answer myself. My answer to myself was, well, I'm out here to hunt deer. Question. Why are you out here to kill the deer? Because you are not a hunter by nature. You just have that instinct in you to kill something. And you know, after my hunting party discovered that I was missing when they got back to camp, they all came back looking for me. And I heard them firing shots into the air and hollering out my name, and I'd fire a couple of shots back to let them know that I heard them coming looking for me so that I could guide them to me. And I came to grips with the fact on that hunt, with that experience, not to ever again go hunting for an animal. Now sure, animals are necessary for human survival, I guess, but I'll always go to the store and get it. Because my inclination to kill just isn't there. And what I wonder is, where do you get the mindset that it's okay to kill a human being? How do you get crazy enough to decide that it's okay to point a gun at somebody and pull the trigger? Where do you get the anger that it would take to get into a fist fight with somebody and then run to your car and get a gun and come back and fire on that person? So angry that you just shoot into the crowd, you don't care who you hit. Where does that kind of anger come from? Now I'm talking to my young men out here, because all of us older guys, we've failed you guys. Too much of what you need to know we haven't taught you. And I take some blame for that. But now, it does not make sense to take a gun. Let me get this gun out again. To take a pistol, all right? And you know that the bullets in this pistol are made of lead. You know that they are powdered by gunpowder. You know that this gun is configured in a fashion that once you put a bullet in the chamber of this gun, and if you pull the trigger at that point, that you're going to shoot it. Okay, the bullet is going to come out of this barrel, and it's going to go someplace at mighty fast speed. So now, let me tell you something else you know, whether you playing crazy or not. All right. You also know that God made man. You also know that God packed a man's body with everything that it takes for us to survive. That's a mind, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, teeth, throat, heart, kidneys, lungs, and intestines. You know all of that. And you also know, I don't care how crazy you want to pretend you are, or how much a temper you think you have, or how angry you call yourself getting, if you take this gun and if you point it at a human being and fire some bullets into their body, that you are most likely to destroy what God has created. Watch this. Now, you can't be fool enough to think that that did not take somebody out. When you shot them in their body, the body that God put together, and the body that God designed, and all of the parts that he put into the body, you know that that's precious. So you tell me this, what gives you the right to take this gun, pistol that is, and go out, load it up, point it at somebody, and fire shots into their body? Let me show you something else. You know that the mind that God gave you controls your whole body, soul, and mind. You know that if you fire on somebody's brain, that you are going to take that person out. Watch this. Now, why would you be stupid enough Why would you be angry enough? Why would you be evil enough? Why would you be hateful enough to take a gun, go out, point it at another person, pull the trigger to kill that person? And you know in your mind that when you do that, you are most likely going to go to jail. Now, it's not always that everybody who kills somebody get caught for it, because occasionally people will kill people and get away with it. But I certainly would not take that chance. Simply because, number one, you have no right to be that crazy. Number two, God made man, and it ought to be God who takes man out. Number three, you know darn well that once you pull that trigger and you cool down or you sober up, that you are most likely going to jail. Now, why would you want to trade your freedom? Why would you want to reduce your dignity down to the point that you commit a crime so vicious as murder, and then you have to go sit in a box, a cage, a jailhouse, or a prison, and they're all just cages, for maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years, maybe even life without parole? Now, why would you do that? That does not make sense to me. And I don't care how hard your upbringing was. I don't care how ignorant your mama or daddy may have been. There are people out here like coaches and police officers and teachers and counselors and all kind of people that will help you to be the best that you can be. And all you have to do is to show some effort, a wanting to do the right thing, a wanting to be the best that you can be. But to be stupid enough, to be ignorant enough, to be hateful enough, to go and take a pistol or any kind of weapon and shoot a person with it is just plain stuck on stupid. And I tell you something else that is even more stupid. When you get yourself angry and all fired up, and when somebody step on your toe and you run out of the place and you go get your gun and you come back and you shoot into the crowd of whoever is there, not even caring who you wound or who you kill. That is being doubled down on stupid. Come on, people. Young men, like I say, there's a lot that we older men should have told you. There's a lot that we should be telling you now that we haven't told you or we are not telling you. But I'm telling you now, we did tell you what right from wrong meant. And you can see that the majority of us act as if we have good sense. The majority of us don't go around getting angry and crazy and being hateful. The majority of us don't go around shooting and killing people. So then you need to take from the best among us to be the best that you can be. Come on now. Because if you don't, I tell you exactly where you're going to end up at. You're going to end up in jail. And jail is not a pretty place to be. I'm going to follow this up with a video that I did from the jail. I went down there and I sit in that little cage, about 10 by 18. Steel bed, steel table, steel seats, steel toilet, steel shower. 2 bunks. Now that's in the best of conditions, I would imagine. Because sometimes you get into a dormitory where you have 30 and 40 people into one barracks type building. And can you imagine being locked up for 10, 20, 30 years in a cage with people who are just as crazy as you or are pretending to be as crazy as you? And I'll take away that few that are in jail for nothing because they were framed or the criminal justice system failed them. They are caught up in the same situation that you was by happenstance, let's put it. Come on, fellas. Jail should not be a badge of honor. Jail should not be where your mother, your grandmother, your father, your grandfather, your auntie, your uncles, and your cousins, and all of the people who love you are locked up right with you. Because when you shoot and kill somebody, you don't just shoot them. You shoot their whole family. You shoot all of their acquaintances. You shoot all of their loved ones and cousins and everybody. Now, somewhere, somehow, we need to come to a point of reckoning. Young men, don't follow the leader when the leader is blind. Don't follow the leader when the leader is criminal. Don't follow the leader when the leader is hateful and mean-spirited. Because it's that kind of leader who can drag you right into a situation with him or her that can get you incarcerated right along with them. And you may not have done anything except just be there at the wrong time in the wrong place. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Jail is not the right place to be. Jail is the wrong place to be. Because I'm going to repeat it again. When you go to jail, you take all of your family and all of your friends and all of your loved ones right in there with you. And you are locking their hearts and their minds right in there with you. Now, if you don't have enough sense to understand that, well, I guess then I am wasting my breath. But you know what I understand? I understand that God expects me to come here to tell you this. I can't make you do anything. And I can't make you think anything. But it's my responsibility with the resources that I have, the intelligence that I have, the experiences that I have, to at least bring it to you and tell you. Now straighten up and fly right. And stay away from those ignorant wannabe gangsters, because they will lead you right into where you ought not be, and that is in jail or in prison.